What's up guys, Tekshan here back with another video. With the rise in streaming content in India, smart TVs have become like a must-have these days. And the TV segment is flooded with tons of options. But each one's needs, mainly budget, are totally different. For some, a 32-inch TV can be their primary. For some, it could be their secondary. Whatever it is, finding a feature-packed smart TV, that too on a budget, is kinda tough. How about I help you with that? A feature-packed Android smart TV on a budget. Well, wait until you see this. Meet the Hisense 32A56E, an entry-level Android smart TV that has most of the features you will need. This is the retail box. Hisense is a well-known TV manufacturer globally. This model what I have here is a made in India product. Nice. As the name says, this is the 32-inch model. You also get a 43-inch model in this. But for me, I was looking for a 32-inch TV for my secondary use. Okay, let's unbox and talk more. But before that, as always, if you end up liking this video, make sure to smash the like button. That's all I request from you guys. I hope you'll do it. Alright. Cut open, you have stands, thermocol protection, then you have an accessory packet which has a remote, AAA batteries for the remote, an AV cable to connect all devices, warranty card, screws to fix the stand, a user manual and a quick start guide. Then you have the wall mount bracket in the box itself. I plan to place it on the table, but for those who want to wall mount, the bracket is right here guys. Then the TV itself. That's about it. To get started, let's first fix the stand so the TV can stand. It's pretty easy. Just use the screws in the box and we are done. Here is your first look at the Hisense 32A56E Android Smart TV. Alright, let me show you around the TV before we get in depth. To the front, you have the 32-inch HD LED display. The outer bezels are not very thick, so that's good. Build is all plastic, which makes it a super lightweight TV. Given the pricing and having used other TVs in this range, I would say overall build is good. Front bottom center, you have the Hisense branding with an LED light and the on-off switch below it. And below you have speakers on both sides. It's a 20-watt output speaker that you're getting here and it's pretty good. We'll show you an audio sample in a bit. To the back, you have the connectivity ports. One traditional antenna slot, a digital optic port, nice, to connect home theater, speaker, etc. Two HDMI ports with ARC support as well. An AV port so you can use the adapter that you get in the box to connect all video players, set-top box, even audio devices. Then a 3.5mm slot to connect headphones or speaker. Two USB ports for your hard drive and pen drive. You also get a LAN port for wired internet. Apart from that, you also have support for inbuilt Wi-Fi. And yes, you have Bluetooth support as well. Here, wall mount slots. Overall, on the connectivity front, you have it all. The moment you turn on the TV, you have to complete the setup process by connecting it to your internet. If you want to use the smart features, or if you don't want the smart features, then of course, a setup box connection does not need internet. But what use is a smart TV without internet? Be it your home broadband Wi-Fi or even your mobile hotspot, you can use both. Once done, this is the default home screen of the Android interface, the dashboard. As said, this runs on Google's official tvOS Android Pie. Getting a TV that runs official Android is always good because you get updates, support for most common streaming apps and more. By default, you have Netflix, YouTube, Disney Hotstar, Eros Now and more pre-installed. And if that's not enough, you also have the Google Play Store that has many apps designed for TV. Overall UI is pretty simple and easy to understand. Okay, as a consumer, I know you guys will have a lot of questions about this TV. Can I do this? Can I do that? Well, I guess it's time for my exclusive FAQ style session with this TV.
Hey Sean, can I ask the questions? And you can answer them.
Okay, that would be great, isn't it?
Woohoo!
First question, how is my display quality?
The display that you're getting on this 32-inch model is a HD LED panel with a resolution of 1366 x 768. It's a 60Hz refresh rate panel. Brightness and viewing angles are good. colors or poppy. The screen has a very vivid color reproduction. You do get different modes that you can change depending on the content you're playing. The 43-inch model comes with Full HD resolution. So if you're looking for a Full HD TV, then the 43-inch one is the way to go. But if 32-inch is good enough for you, then you should be happy with the display. Personally, I'm happy with what I get to see here.
Second question. Can you use me without internet?
If you want to connect just your setup box, say Tata Sky or normal cable connection, or play content from your hard disk or pen drive, then no internet is needed. However, if you need to use streaming apps like Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, etc., then internet is a must. If you have a home broadband internet, you can connect via Wi-Fi or Ethernet, or even use your hotspot from your mobile if you have Jio internet.
Third question. What streaming apps are supported by me and can I stream in HD?
Well, like I said, all popular streaming apps in India are supported, like YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Hotstar, Google Play, Eros Now, ZEE5, Hungama, and more. Well, as far as Netflix and Amazon Prime is concerned, you can stream in Full HD. YouTube can also stream in Full HD. That's good.
Fourth question. Can I play 4K or 1080p video files from a hard drive or pen drive? What formats do I support?
Although it's a HD TV, if you have a large 4K file or a Full HD file, you can play it with no issues via a pen drive or hard disk. Formats I tested are MP4, MKV, and AVI, and they work flawless. Just make sure to download a good video player like the VLC player and you will be at ease.
Fifth question. How much is my internal storage? Can you expand my storage with an external pen drive?
You get 8 GB internal storage, out of which approximately 4.5 GB is free to use for your apps, etc. However, you can connect pen drive or hard disk to access external videos, files, and more. I tested with the 1 TB Western Digital Passport drive and a Samsung drive, and it works good. But good news is you can, say, connect a 16 GB pen drive, format it, and use it as an internal storage to install or move apps. Cool, right?
Sixth question. How is my audio quality via my internal speakers? Can you connect external speakers to me?
Well, the internal 20-watt speakers are loud and good. Hisense claims it's DTS studio sound. Alright, but still don't expect bam boom bass and all. It's good. Here is a sample. For normal DTH viewing, it should be okay, but if you want to have a good sound experience while watching movies, it has a digital optic port, HDMI ARC, and a 3.5mm audio slot, so be it a home theater, speaker, or a soundbar, you can connect them all with no issues.
Seventh question. Can I mirror or cast your smartphone or tablet?
Yes, of course you can do that, both mirroring and also if you wish to cast your videos. It has Chromecast inbuilt.
Eighth question. Can you sideload apps in Me?
Of course you can. Just download and load the APK to a pen drive. And using the file manager, you can install. Can't say everything will work? Give it a shot. All common streaming apps that I wanted were in the Google Play Store. But I know you guys will ask about JioTV. So I tried the JioTV APK and guess what? Good news. It works. It worked with my Hat2 internet. However, if you're connected to a Jio hotspot, it's better. But do note to navigate around the UI of the JioTV app, just pair a Bluetooth mouse and you should be good.
Ninth question. Can you connect Bluetooth devices with me?
Yes, this guy has Bluetooth 5 support. So Bluetooth speaker, soundbar, headset, game controller, keyboard, mouse, most common stuff, you can connect it all. Connecting a headset will allow you to enjoy content without disturbing anyone, especially in the night.
10th question. Can you play games with me? Do I look like a game console to you all?
Haha, well, we know you are a TV. Casual lightweight games should be fine. You can use the remote for lightweight games. I tried Beach Buggy. Crossy Roads, and it was super fun. You can pair a Bluetooth game controller as well, and I tried Asphalt 8 in ultra low settings. It was playable. PUBG, nah, no heavy gaming guys. This is not a gaming console.
11th question. How is my remote and its voice feature? And Shan, don't forget to tell them how compact the remote is.
I don't think the remote is compact.
Oh no. Exclusive Tech Shan comparison time.
What, Shan? You got tricked by a TV.
Well, the remote is a Bluetooth remote that you get here, and it's pretty standard, self-explanatory and easy to understand. It's not rocket science. Good thing is, you get dedicated buttons for Netflix, YouTube and Google Play. So in a click, you can launch those apps. You also get a Google Assistant button to wake it up. To pair via Bluetooth, just press this button for 3 seconds to enter pairing mode. Google Assistant will work only after you pair the remote via Bluetooth. How is the weather?
Currently in Chennai, it's 83 degrees and mostly sunny. Today, there will be isolated thunderstorms with a forecasted high of 91 and a low of 80. Due to the current humidity, it feels like it's 95.
And coming to the size, if I have to say, the remote is approximately in the size of 5 small Amul Butter School Pack. Utterly butterly delicious. Yup, crazy but true. Another exclusive Tech Shan comparison.
12th question. Is there something that you don't like about me?
Well, apart from occasional minor stutters in the UI that I get, nothing major to crib. Given that you can grab this TV for Rs 11,990 or even less for say around Rs 8,000 or 9,000 if you exchange your old TV. With what features it comes with, I'm totally happy with my purchase. The only thing I have to see is how the service part is going to be, which only time will tell. Comes with 1-year warranty. Overall, feature-wise, price-wise, I love this TV and can be definitely on your to consider list in this price segment. Hola amigos! I think I've answered most of the common questions. Got more? Drop them in the comments. We'll try to answer it. Overall, this is a very good, elegant looking budget Android Smart TV. As said, if you want a slightly bigger screen, you can get the 43-inch Full HD model as well. I will leave the Best Buy links to both in the description for you to check out, in case you wish to grab one for your home, office or whatever. So, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe for more awesome tech content. We'll catch you in another exciting video. Until then.